A better way to pay your UTG fees with instant proof of payment and real-time student portal update. Paying your University of the Gambia fees has never been easier or more convenient. With Ecobank, students, parents and guardians can pay UTG tuition and related fees through our secure digital banking channels such as Ecobank mobile app, Ecobank Online and Ecobank Omni Lite. Once payment is completed, instant proof of payment is generated and the UTG student portal is updated in real time, allowing students to proceed immediately with registration, course selection and clearance without unnecessary delays, while giving parents and guardians peace of mind that payments have been successfully processed. How to pay via the Ecobank mobile app. Open the Ecobank mobile app and navigate to the home screen. Select Pay Bill. Choose Pay a New Bill and select Schools from the category options. Select University of the Gambia. Select the specific product you are paying for. Enter your matriculation number and tap Continue. Validate your details. The system will display the payable amount. Press Continue to confirm the payment. An e-receipt is generated automatically as proof of payment with real-time updates on the student portal. How to pay via Ecobank Online or Omni Lite. Log in to Ecobank Online and Omni Lite using your credentials. Select the menu and choose Bill Payments. Choose Quick Bill Pay and select School from the category options. Select University of the Gambia. Select the specific product you are paying for. Enter your matriculation number and tap Continue. Validate your details. The system will display the payable amount. Press Continue to confirm the payment. An e-receipt is generated automatically as proof of payment with real-time updates on the student portal. Walk into any Ecobank branch or pay through our digital channels and enjoy instant proof of payment with real-time updates on the student portal. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Santa Yala.
Nekar, utul wave, nga scan, nga fay, nak doo ci yokku dara.
Jah Oil Company stands tall as a trusted name in energy, keeping the Gambia moving with service stations across the country and a commitment to innovation and reliability. In Farafenni, Jah Group is reshaping our industrial landscape. The Jah Oil Cement Factory can produce up to 100,000 bags a day, reducing imports, creating jobs, and building a stronger Gambia brick by brick. And in the heart of the Central River region, Jah Farming Initiative is cultivating food security. With thousands of hectares under development and modern irrigation, Jah Farming is turning the Gambia's soil into abundance. Jah Group is more than a company. It is a vision of self-sufficiency, resilience, and progress. The Jah Group of companies, investing in industry, agriculture, and energy, building the Gambia's future today.
Africa is rising and business knows no borders. With Bloombank and PAPS, buying and selling across Africa is now effortless. Fast, secure, direct from your Bloombank account. One Africa, one connection, one heartbeat of opportunity, powered by Bloombank Africa. Bloombank Africa, in partnership with PAPS, connecting Africa, empowering you. Bloombank Africa, we make it happen.
Let's turn to your movement progress. How are you engaging with grassroots communities at grassroots level?
It's going very well. We are engaging
a lot of communities around the country, football, mostly youths. We are involved in youths.
I should expect that
football.
As a young man, I mean,
exactly.
It's easier to communicate, interact with young people than older people like myself.
We still can, but then the youths are coming in full force. They are taking ownership of progress movement. Most of our members are youths, and our mobilizers around the country are all youths, women and men, and they keep inviting us to go to their tournaments, to whatever engagements that they have. They want to involve us as part of that. Recently, we were in Basuri. We had a blast there, which was very, very successful. But prior to that, also we have football teams in Welingara, in Brikama, and Olyundum, different places that we have been involved with, going and then trying to support them, and then also them coming to our meetings. So engaging in grassroots at no cost to public resources. So we wish that the government can also do that, be engaging the community, engaging without cost.
They are doing that. I'm sure you've crossed paths with Mumudu Sabali somewhere. Maybe
the cost is all borne by us.
Maybe even Sidinjai somewhere,
The cost is all borne by us.
Lifting trophies and handing to others and all of that.
The cost is all borne by us. Remember, they're using government vehicle. All the fuel coupon that they get is all put into that. When we go to our rallies or to our, meet the people, grassroots, we pay for it. But then they go into, they're driving in SUVs of $10 million, $8 million SUVs, all fueled by taxpayers. This is unacceptable.
Okay. So this is unacceptable. Were Amadou Jaiteh to, become president, how would you tackle this problem? What will you do to make sure that, starting with you and your progress movement, you don't use taxpayers' monies for the kind of events that you are now criticizing the NPP-led government for?
Thanks. I said it here last time I was here. First, we want to assess everyone before coming into any position of such influence. You must live within your means. So we want to know your means before you come into those positions.
So asset declaration?
Yes.
Okay.
We want to make sure so that you declare, so we know your resources, we know your means. So once you come...
You're getting to corruption. I'm talking about a system that allows a Momodu Sabali, advisor to the president, to go to a final in Basuri in a GG vehicle.
Yes.
That was bought by the taxpayer.
Yes.
Is fueled by the taxpayer.
Yes.
For an event that has nothing to do with,
yes.
official work.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. How would you tackle that?
Creeping into that. So I was creeping into that. So
it's got nothing to do with asset declaration.
To cut it short.
The car is not because privately owned by...
What I was trying to get at is that you are coming in, you don't have anything. Now, why are you, when you are given such a car, we do not expect you to use it to rallies. But then when you're coming in, you would see what you have. That is what you need to depend on. If you don't have that, you don't have it. But anyway, to that point, we want to make sure that there is control of government assets. Now, when you are given a car, we do not even, with your position and the salary that you are paid, we are not issuing you fuel coupons. We want you to pay for your fuel, to fuel the car that you're using for work, Monday to Friday.
So you will stop fuel coupons?
Fuel coupons will be stopped.
Okay.
You fuel it from the money that your salary, from your salary. And then,
but you will still provide the car, but then the fueling is the officer's business.
Providing cars, in fact, we have an assessment for that. We are not providing car for every government official. We do not think it is necessary. We do not think it is necessary at all. There's too many government vehicles. You know what that costs? They do not fix it. Maintenance, they do not maintain it. It's all cost on government. Fuel cost is on government. Maintenance is on government. And then you are paid salary. Before coming to those positions,
so you'll pay people enough
for
them to be able to buy their own cars.
Pay you enough.
And fuel the cars.
Exactly. If there's a need, in fact, to support car financing, we can do that. So that when you finish paying for it, you can own it. And when you take a responsibility to go and finance a car, you will maintain that car because you know this is your car. But when you give government officials government car, they do not care. They use it anyhow. They go into any potholes.
What about the formula that the National Assembly, has carved for itself, where every 5 years they get a new car and pay only half if they do get to pay even up to half that amount? We're only told they pay half there.
No, you pay for yourself.
So what would you do? Well, you are not Parliament, and
I'm not Parliament.
I don't think you
Yes,
can go and make
but
laws for Parliament.
yes, you cannot.
What do you think of that?
I am against it. In a similar way, that's what I'm saying now for government officials. You should pay it for yourself. Government can support you in your financing of it, and then you pay. It comes from your salary. Once you finish paying for it, whether it's a 5 years period, you own it. And during the time that you're paying for it, also you maintain it. You fuel it as well.
Okay.
No more fuel coupon. No more maintaining cars for anyone. And then cars will be run between Monday to Friday, and it will not be seen. It must not be seen on the roads after work. Oh. So going to campaign that will not even be part of it.
Where has this model worked?
This model is everywhere. In fact, Gambia, I think Africa, we are late in most of these things. We think that
it's everywhere. Name a few countries where
go into the Western world. People go to work without needing public transport.
Public transport is so reliable there that.
Well, that shows you how progressive, progress government is going to be. Because that is what we need to put our resources in.
So you will have a public service system that is as dependable as the one in Germany, for instance. I mean, to a large extent,
we'll work towards that. Well, we will work towards that. You cannot just jump on it now and make it as dependable like that. But you need to have a vision for it. And you need to start somewhere. Rwanda is happening there. Rwanda, they have a very good, accessible public service, transportation. It is happening. So, and Ghana also, it's happening there. You asked me to mention names.
Yes.
Yeah, here you are. It helps. So you need to start somewhere.
It's like when we were talking about the fuel, hikes. Somebody would have just come from government and say it's happening everywhere. No, it's not happening everywhere. In Ghana, they actually revised it downwards.
Exactly.
In Nigeria also, they revised it downwards. And you have other African countries that have kept, the price for April as the price still for May. Because so it's good to give examples.
Correct. I mean, I appreciate that. And that's why I gave you those two examples. And you know why they have been able to do that? Because they plan ahead with their reserves. So, for us, you need to plan ahead also. You need to have that vision that there comes a time our public transport system should be as reliable as ones in Europe. Not just in the UK, but in Europe. I go to Europe. I jump into any train. I do not even need to go to anywhere to buy my ticket. You just go to the machine, buy your ticket. Sometimes you can even jump in it and then you don't pay for it because, nobody is asking for it.
Will you prioritize, a train system in the Gambia?
Prioritize it. I will not say prioritize, but have a vision.
Because you know that trains move, in quantities.
Yes. In our current
thousands, with one movement,
In our current situation, prioritize would be a word that I would not use, but definitely in the vision, in the master plan that we have for Gambia, in our master plan, visionary, plan that we have for Gambia. Trains are part of that. Trams are part of that.
Because they could serve
opening up the country.
A train, Banjul to Basse, for instance, would serve all the towns and villages, along that stretch.
Yes.
People hop on and off, on and off.
That is why I said prioritizing it might not be the word that I would use, priority, but definitely
what would you prioritize?
We said it in our 7 point agenda.
Not many people have read it.
Yes.
So this is an opportunity.
So this is an opportunity to say it again. Yeah. We want to prioritize first thing first. It's cost of living. Gambians are crying out. Cost of living. We need to work on that immediately. Even if it means that breaking all economic rules, market rules, and then coming in and taking control, suspending certain behaviors in the market, making sure that government, in fact, go to the sources of rice, production or cement or whatever Gambians are needing most, and bring it, becoming a competitor to the market vendors. We will do it. But for temporal, these are cosmetic, these are cosmetic solutions.
So you bring back price controls. You will bring out,
immediately.
Yeah.
Because these are issues that are affecting Gambians right now, and you need to take care of that.
Okay. So cost of living. What else?
Health. You see, we always talk about how the privileged can always leave this country for small surgeries. And then the others, they go to these nicely built, fanciful, structures called hospital, when there is not much that they offer.
Yeah, but something is beginning to happen. We're beginning to have consultant, surgeons and gynecologists, and
I listen to your show. I hear them and I am a big admirer, and as a progressive individual, that is commendable. That is how we want to see our country moving. Gambians born in this country, not leave the source of this country, but become qualified surgeons, gynecologists, and serve their country.
They have the know-how.
Yes.
What they await to get is the means to be able to put their know-how into practice. In other words, the gadgets, the technology, the equipment.
Exactly. And this is what we...
So you would, a progress government would
definitely prioritize that. Definitely prioritize
acquisition of state-of-the-art medical equipment.
Correct. And Gambians are the helm of that. And giving Gambians the tools, the support that they need to become that kind of...
So cost of living,
education.
Education.
Because education is important.
It seems to be doing very well. We've just graduated, 1,633 UTG students?
Yes. It's never enough, That's why we are politicians. We can never say, oh, it's enough. The government has done it all, so we should be quiet about it.
So you will strengthen education, not necessarily to...
We should strengthen it.
Okay.
We are not reinventing the wheel. Whatever structure we find there, no individual can be a monopoly of ideas or knowledge.
Okay. So what would you abolish?
In the education sector,
No. Sorry, these are... you've given me three. You will prioritize health... cost of living, health, and education. In that order?
In that order.
Okay.
Party politics.
So what will you get rid of?
Party politics in government, in parliament. Completely. We want to get rid of that. And that is why we are reformist. Because we believe that when you have party
How is that slowing our progress, the party politics? Before I ask you how your new system will benefit us, how is this, holding us down? Party politics.
That's exactly where we started. If you recall, the malpractices.
Simply because it's called a party rather than a movement.
Simply because they are all affiliated to a political party that they want to see.
Okay, so you will get rid of a party, but then you will allow movements. They will still,
no.
People will still be affiliated to movements.
We want independent candidates to go to parliament. We want independent, So when I say, let me explain a little bit, maybe 1 minute or two.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you ask me the question, what would I abolish? As progress, we are against party politics in parliament. We are against party politics in the local government. And this is where we started. You see, the problems that we want to solve with abolishing party politics in these structures, parliament and local government, it's exactly what is affecting us now. Our traditional rulers are subjected to employees of the president and servants of the president, and they will do whatever he wants them to do. Imagine if there is no politicking in the local government. The mayors do not represent any political party. The chiefs and the alcalos know that no political party involves them, and they do not belong to any. So they will serve their people independently, their community. When you go to parliament as well, you do not have any party representatives there, but you have the people's representative. This language, sometimes we say that National Assembly are the people's representative. They are not. They are party representatives, because it is the party that sponsors them. It's the party that they pay for all their campaign expenses. And then when they go there, any national issue that comes, if it's coming from the president, for example, they don't agree with that because the president belongs to a different party, they are an opposition, and they do not want to see the president succeed, they will go against it. Or an opposition brings a proposal. Government is saying that the president and his people are saying that if they are able to implement this, and that is exactly what we are seeing in the local government as well. The mayors of Banjul, mayors of Brikama or KMC, they have some brilliant ideas, but they cannot function. Why? Because the government of the day would see that they are having credit. The people will like that, and they will give them a new mandate because of that. And because of that, the people will suffer. Even the subventions that the government is supposed to be giving to them, they will hold on to it. They will refuse to give it to them. they want to do some road construction, they will make it difficult for them. And those roads are going to benefit who? The people. The people that you are serving as the president. But you see, it's because of party politics. If these mayors were in NPP, do you think their ideas, their developmental ideas, will be blocked by the government? No. Because when they do well, the government is seen to be doing well. When they do bad, the government is seen to be doing bad. So same thing cannot be accorded to the opposition. Because when the opposition do well, the opposition is seen to be doing well, and the government is seen not to be doing well. So it's a competition. So remove completely party politics from National Assembly, remove completely party politics from local government, so that the community themselves.
So party politics will only be at executive level?
At executive level. So when we go to parliament, everybody that goes into parliament goes there as an independent, representing your community. Your community has seen you, Peter, as someone who they can trust, as someone who engages them at the community level. And they want you to go and represent them in parliament. That is great, because when you go there, you will serve their interests.
For that to happen, we'll have to change the constitution, haven't we?
We have to. That's where it is all going to start. A reformist, movement, that's what we are. And when we go there, we are going to make sure that there is going to be even a referendum, because some entrenched clauses, you cannot just change them at the National Assembly level only. So, the constitution that we are crying for is what we want.
I was going to ask, if you were to write a new constitution for the Gambia, what key issues would be in there that we don't have in this 1997 constitution that we, are lumbered with, and probably does not even exist in the first refused draft as well as the second refused draft?
Well, let's limit it to first what already has been done, which was well consulted. Let's not be imaginary here, but that term limit is what is in the lips of most Gambians. Gambians want, term limit. Gambians do not want third term for any president, whether it is
not when indications seem to show that the president will win again. So it just proves that Gambians, the majority,
you see, we must not take
just don't care.
They do care. You see, sometimes we must not take, we politicians, we who know, should not take advantage of the unsuspecting, Gambian public. Because they can come during elections, you bring your bag of rice, you bring your
inducement.
All this inducement.
Is Progress not doing that?
No. We do not engage.
Is it because you don't have the money to do that? If you had the money, would you do it?
No. We want Gambians to go to the poll with knowledge, understanding. That's why we engage grassroots. We are not even fan of this.
They tried.
Yes.
For over 30 years.
And that is why.
Educating.
And that
Apparently
is why.
Gambians are not interested in,
And that is why we must
electoral education.
And that's why we must continue to learn from Doi and continue their legacy as well. In different ways. And be very, very creative about it. And I believe that they do not do certain things that Progress will do. We will do certain things that will entertain people to come and listen to us, that they will not do or they have not done. So we need to find ways to energize people so that they understand. So yes, Gambians want term limit, and the president should respect that, because he made that promise to the Gambian people.
If Gambians want term limit, if Gambians really, want term limit, then Barrow will not have a chance in 2026.
That is very true, but that is also unpredictable because of how things are, the dynamics of politicians, how they go around the country and with their inducements. But very correct what you just said. And we wish.
So if he does get the third term, he would have done so based on inducement.
Based on inducement. Listen, we know our community. We know that people may not want something, but there are ways that we can, entice them to do things that is not even good for themselves. That is why
would building roads be part of the inducement?
Building roads are not part of inducement. Building roads and unveiling them, the manner you unveil them during the political season, it is what is an inducement. Because building road is your responsibility. And those roads also is good for the community, is good for the country. And we commend all these roads We commend it. But that should not warrant you to go for third term. And that should not induce Gambians to actually give you a new mandate. And Gambians should listen to this. Just because the president is unveiling a new role, bringing you new theory, does not mean that he should give him a third term. He doesn't deserve it. We want a reset. That is why 2016 was very important to all. A reset. And that reset, it was given to him because he was seen as a unifier, as Halifa Sallah would say it. A well-respected person like Halifa Sallah was behind that, and he came out publicly all the time to say that he is a unifier, and we believed in that. And that is why people went out to support him. At the time, others stood aside to say that he will not be swearing in here. People like Halifa Sallah were out there to bring calm to the communities, telling Gambians, be calm. Do not listen to these, people that are trying to cause flame in this country. The president-elect will be inaugurated on so date, and during that time, if the president still insists to be there, he will be a rebel. And that was a good, clear message, and we need to follow on that. So, if this president wants to deviate from all of that effort, and then going back onto his own words again, and then doing the complete opposite thing, that is very, very disappointing and very, very shameful. And they should actually, go back and rethink and go back to where he was before, what the people and how people entrusted him, and not listen to an embarrassment, someone so shameful, so shameless like Sidin Jai. Those people is a disgrace to the Gambian people.
The IEC has made a declaration about movements, and I suppose it affects you. I mean, so why are you still going around politicking when...
you see, I noticed something going on with this delay in registering movements to a political party.
Have you tried to register?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
When did you make the first move? And what have you been told is still lacking in your documentation?
So I did not get there. I am very meticulous as a lawyer. And so when I started collecting signatures,
yes,
we had about 15,000 signatures. 10,000 is required.
Okay.
So when we did that, we had it all completed, and then I saw a trend, delaying registration. They are coming back. So when I read on the news that 7 political movements, their documentation have been returned to them for issues of irregularities or not meeting the requirements completely. We went over everything and saw that we did everything right, but then we decided that okay, this delay at this period, some are saying they submitted 6 months ago, some are saying they submitted 3 months ago, and they are responding to them now. If we submit now in February, this was in February after we completed, when are they going to get back to us after paying
February,
2 million?
March, April, May, June, July.
And December is very close. So, it doesn't make any sense for us to pay 2 million and give them, and for them to come back to us to say that ABC is not done properly. And then they still hold on to your 2 million.
Once you give the 2 million, it's not coming back to you?
They hold on to it. You can, if you want to withdraw completely, you can ask for a refund, right? But then, as long as you are not withdrawing, you still want to go, it will be there. And then also the refund also, government, once the money is entered, that refund will be maybe after the election. So we do not want to go through that. That's why we, as Progress Leadership,
you have the 2 million.
We have the 2 million ready.
A lot of people feel
we have the 2 million ready. We have our 15,000 all in the form. This is the form that the IEC gives you.
Okay.
And then we had it all completed, but we decided to hold on to it because to go into election, to register a party, and to become a candidate, these are 2 different processes.
You won't register a party because you are against party politics. You would register a movement, wouldn't you?
No. Not movement, no. You cannot even register a movement under the laws.
Oh.
It has to be a party.
So how can you abolish parties then?
I never said I'm going to abolish a party.
Or you're going to abolish them for the National Assembly?
Exactly.
Okay.
Party politics there.
Okay.
So you will not have a party representatives in the National Assembly.
They wouldn't go there as representatives of a party?
Exactly. Not endorsed by any party, not on a party ticket.
Okay.
And then also local government also, you will not have mayors that are on party ticket.
All right,
let's
come back to this here.
So back on this here.
Yes.
So when we saw that all that is happening, we decided to wait and say that because the two are different. Registering a party, which is an institution, is our right to have. And then also running as a candidate, this is also different. Now, you can be nominated to run as an independent candidate without having a party. So we have decided to take that route.
Okay.
Now I'm going as an independent candidate.
Okay. And for that you need just 1 million, right?
For that I need 1 million.
Okay.
And then I need 5,000,
signatures. Okay.
That will endorse me to run as an independent candidate. So we decided to go. Then after
that's an easier option, isn't it?
It's not just about being easy.
You're not giving 2 million.
We're separating the two.
You're not asked to bring in 10,000 signatures.
Yeah, we have been clever here. We're separating the two. We know that having a party, running on a party ticket, does not guarantee that you will pass the nomination process.
Okay.
You can still be registered. CA was registered, but the CA candidate was rejected when he was nominated by his people, his followers. Yet IEC found some irregularities and they rejected him. So having a party does not mean you're automatically a candidate. Yeah. So we want to go for candidature, not party now. Then after the elections, we will now pursue our party registration ambitions.
So in the meantime, you should not be seen to be, campaigning on progress.
That is why I brought this here. I'm campaigning right now as an independent.
Okay.
Progress is a movement. Movements are allowed, under the laws of this country. Although I am going to go as an independent candidate, but then the IEC announcement that I heard that movements, are mimicking that role of registered political parties. Listen, the IEC, when you want to apply to register a party, this is the form that the IEC gives you.
Yes.
Now, when you go inside this form, you will see that the IEC. The form is structured in such a way that as a movement, this is how they expect you to make your application by completing this form. And this form is asking you to have structures. It's asking you what you're supposed to do. So you cannot come back and say you cannot act like you want to have a Congress. You cannot come back and say that you cannot have these structures. Because the only way you can fulfill the requirements of this form
is to have a Congress.
Is to have some of those structures in place. Because that is what they have.
Including a Congress.
Yes, and because to have those structures, you need to have a Congress, to have the right people that you're going to put.
To elect people into office.
Exactly, into offices. So when you are now telling us now you cannot have such a behavior like a party, but then this form is telling us something completely different. That is why I brought the form. When you look at this form, that is exactly what the form is telling you. It says, you need to have structures in the administrative area.
You can have the structures, but then maybe you do not fulfill the requirements for being registered officially.
Yes, but then I'm talking about the statement that you cannot behave like a structured political party. You can have all those structures as a political party, but you're not registered yet. Okay. You're not actually flouting any law here. You're just preparing yourself for when your application comes back successfully. Then you can now start to run those offices, because those offices, they will be checking whether you have those structures in place or not.
Okay. A lot of people were saying that the field, was too crowded.
Yes.
Now, do you think, stopping movements and whatever makes the possibility of an opposition coalition that much easier now?
You see, you have some political parties registered. We don't even know them. Movements are even much more active in politics, because remember, some of these movements are very new. Some of us, we are just 5 months old. We've just seen the political landscape, and we believe that we have the know-how, we have the knowledge,
and you have something to contribute to the political landscape.
Yes. Yeah. So because you've been there for 10 years, but you're not even doing anything.
So stopping progress, does that make it easier now for the opposition, to come together as one? Because the field is not as big and wide and varied as before.
Yeah, that will be problematic, because progress has more to offer than some of the registered, political parties that are there. They are very dormant. If you go now onto the IEC IEC website and you see the registered parties, you can easily, when you actually activate the law that can actually deregister them, you will be able to deregister maybe half of them because they are not doing what they are supposed to be doing. Having a political party
among these parties are,
I will not mention names,
okay,
right, Mr. Gomez. But then I believe that when we look into their activities, you can see they are not doing anything for the people. This is a national duty. Having a political party or becoming an aspirant for public office is a national duty. So to say that movements are not, supposed to not be treated as just movements. No, movement leaders and movement people involved in these movements have more to offer than some of these political parties. So the coalition builders should not just look at politically registered parties, but look at what is coming from some of these movements. Look at what they are offering. Look at the caliber of people that are there and what they are offering for the development of this country, and then bring them to the table. And that is happening. We are invited to many tables.
I was going to ask, has Progress taken part in any coalition building talks?
We are invited in many tables. But you see, that did not bring
You've been invited. Have you attended any coalition building process?
Well, I have attended one, not all of them, because I have sent representatives to some of them, because I see sometimes, issues way ahead of time. When you see water and oil that cannot mix, you do not even need to taint yourself.
Is that what the opposition is about?
Sometimes that's what you see. Sometimes that's what you see in this coalition building. You see these names, you see these big names, being put on the media press releases, and then you think that public are getting excited. Yeah. But let me tell you something. Once you see some of those names, move away from it, because they cannot mix. They cannot mix. Once they get into the flag bearers, selection, you see them going their separate ways. So doesn't really mean that you have to be in all of those. But
from your reading, will there be a grand opposition coalition for 2026?
There will be, and I am in the middle of it.
Oh, there will be.
Yes, there will be.
Okay, so despite water,
and I am supporting
not mixing.
Yes, of course. Because what is going to happen is that we will have only water in one end that are like minds.
Okay.
That are very much like minds.
And you get rid of the oil.
And you get rid of the oil. You have like minds, right, that will come together to salvage this country. And the Gambian people will see those like minds will be young. There will be new faces in Gambian politics, and their ideas will resonate with the people. And they will probably forget about the oil that is going to be.
So you may feel that the Gambia is ready for young leadership, but what about the institutions through which you young people,
You see, I'm not even
have to get to the leadership position. Do you think those are ready for young leaders?
You see, I need to just clear that something there quickly. I'm not against older generation leaders. I think they come with wisdom.
I didn't say anything about older generation.
Oh, no, when you say...
My question was, so Gambia is ready for young leadership, but the institutions that are here right now, through which we elect or select our leaders, are they ready for young leaders? I've said nothing about, older folks.
Yes. No, I implied when you say that you think Gambia is ready. That implies as if maybe I'm removing the old folks. No, all of it. Gambia is ready for young leaders as well, and I believe that the institutions that we have now are ready as well. Okay. During my engagements, I see senior elders come to my engagements to say that what we need now. We need young leaders.
New ideas.
We need new ideas.
New blood.
And we need those ones, those older generation to guide you, to support you. But do not leave them behind. This is what they will say. Make sure you listen to them so that they can guide you.
That's the African formula.
That's the African way, right? So we believe that they are ready and, the energy is there and there will be a grand coalition of like minds.
Okay, fantastic. And just finally, whether it's a message you want to, share with supporters or just, trying to convince, the unconvinced?
I will be factual. So I just want to say to Gambians to be very vigilant. We are in an election year. All these developments that have been rolled out are yours. They do not belong to anybody to come and gift you. They are just giving you what you should have had long time ago because you are taxpayers, because you belong to this country. Every development that is coming, whether it is by the government, through the taxpayers' money, or grant, or loan. Remember, grants are gifts coming from outside. Loans are given to the government for you, the taxpayers, to pay back. So the electricity that comes to you, it's not a gift from the president or from the NPP party. It's actually funded by government or through grant or through loan that the government is taking on your behalf. You will pay for it, your kids will pay for it, and your grandchildren will continue to pay for it. So do not take that for granted by thinking that, oh, this president has brought us something that we have never had before. That is very, very wrong to think. You should have had it a long time ago. Every government should bring you development. And development must not know name, surname, or community. Development should be development for the country, because every development that comes to your community comes to my community, because I will come to your community one day and I will benefit from it. That is what I want to say, and that must not make you give your vote to the current government, to the current president for a third term. You must not vote on the lines of development. Development comes as a responsibility of government and the president. Do not think that you have to give them back your vote because of what they have brought to your community. No. What they have brought to your community belongs to you. It is yours. Keep it.
Amadou, thank you so very much. And maybe we'll have an opportunity before December 2026.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Because we have to keep coming back.
Yeah. When will you know about your candidacy? When will the IEC declare, officially who is to run in 2026? Do you know? Do we have a date? Do you know their calendar?
No, I don't have the date yet, but we are all anxiously waiting for them to announce that so that we can all prepare to submit our candidature nominations and hopefully do official campaign when the campaign is officially open as well.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
A better way to pay your UTG fees with instant proof of payment and real-time student portal update. Paying your University of the Gambia fees has never been easier or more convenient. With Ecobank, students, parents and guardians can pay UTG tuition and related fees through our secure digital banking channels such as Ecobank mobile app, Ecobank Online and Ecobank Omni Lite. Once payment is completed, instant proof of payment is generated and the UTG student portal is updated in real time, allowing students to proceed immediately with registration, course selection, and clearance without unnecessary delays, while giving parents and guardians peace of mind that payments have been successfully processed. How to pay via the Ecobank mobile app. Open the Ecobank mobile app and navigate to the home screen. Select Pay Bill, choose Pay a New Bill, and select Schools from the category options. Select University of the Gambia. Select the specific product you are paying for. Enter your matriculation number and tap Continue. Validate your details. The system will display the payable amount. Press Continue to confirm the payment. An e-receipt is generated automatically as proof of payment with real-time updates on the student portal. How to pay via Ecobank Online or Omni Lite. Log in to Ecobank Online and Omni Lite using your credentials. Select the menu and choose Bill Payments. Choose Quick Bill Pay and select School from the category options. Select University of the Gambia. Select the specific product you are paying for. Enter your matriculation number and tap Continue. Validate your details. The system will display the payable amount. Press Continue to confirm the payment. An e-receipt is generated automatically as proof of payment with real-time updates on the student portal. Walk into any Ecobank branch or pay through our digital channels and enjoy instant proof of payment with real-time updates on the student portal. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
sant yàlla.
Wow.
looy xaar utal Wave nga scan nga fay te nag doo ci yokk dara.
Jah Oil Company stands tall as a trusted name in energy, keeping the Gambia moving with service stations across the country and a commitment to innovation and reliability. In Farafenni, Jah Group is reshaping our industrial landscape. The Jah Oil Cement Factory can produce up to 100,000 bags a day, reducing imports, creating jobs, and building a stronger Gambia brick by brick. And in the heart of the Central River region, Jah Farming Initiative is cultivating food security. With thousands of hectares under development and modern irrigation, Jah Farming is turning the Gambia's soil into abundance. Jah Group is more than a company. It is a vision of self-sufficiency, resilience, and progress. The Jah Group of companies, investing in industry, agriculture, and energy, building the Gambia's future today.
Africa is rising and business knows no borders. With Bloombank and PAPS, buying and selling across Africa is now effortless. Fast, secure, direct from your Bloombank account. One Africa, one connection, one heartbeat of opportunity, powered by Bloombank Africa. Bloombank Africa, in partnership with PAPS, connecting Africa, empowering you. Bloombank Africa, we make it happen.